So he has been the oxygen that has kept this stock anywhere between $35 and $55 a share, and now he is gone out of this company.
Hey, I'm Steven and this is Solving the Money Problem. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. So here we are on the eve of the most important day in the history of Tesla, Battery Investor Day, and I'm talking about Nikola again. As I mentioned, guys, I will be streaming Battery Investor Day tomorrow on the channel so we can hang out in the live chat and have fun. And full disclosure, just for the record, I bought more Tesla stock today. I actually had to sell some of my other stocks to buy, but the stock fell off a cliff and lost about 10% during trading hours. Could not help myself. But back to Nikola, there is so much going on at the moment with Trevor Milton quitting / resigning / being forced or kicked out. Who knows what happened there. There's a ton of rumors also swirling on Twitter. I'm not going to go into any of that stuff until it is confirmed. If it is, otherwise, just rumors. So let's get into the video. But first, hey guys, if you're in the US and you'd like to help out the channel and get a free stock, check out the link in the description to WeBull. If you open a new account and fund it with $100, you'll get a free stock valued up to $1,600. And if you're in Australia, the UK, or New Zealand, you can get a free stock with stake, also using the link in the description. Let's get back to it.
I tell you what's interesting, David, is Tesla up, but this Nikola, which I know that has been a kind of a convoluted situation. Well, Hindenburg, which of course is an allusion to a tremendously unsuccessful Zeppelin, is saying that while thank you, Phil, above for this me. While founder Trevor Milton's departure may give the appearance of a company that's moving on, we believe this is only the beginning of Nikola's unraveling. Nikola's almost no intellectual property, products, or revenue to fall back on. We think the company's key asset was its founder's ability to raise money through hype, and then I know this is I'm going to caveat this. The Hindenburg is saying outright lies. I think that is libelous. Got to be careful.
How very delicate of Jim Cramer there. Smart guy, doesn't want to get done for liable by regurgitating these allegations that thus far are totally unproven. Smart man, Jim. And I tend to agree with Hindenburg here. It does appear that Trevor's primary role within Nikola, the company, was literally stock fluffer. If I need to explain that, I'll tell you when you're older.
General Motors, he says, should be carefully evaluate the potential long-term damage to its 112-year brand by continuing to tie itself to Nikola. David, this is one of those that it's down a lot, but it's not over.
Now, of course, when a short-selling research firm by the name of Hindenburg comes out with allegations against Nikola, you do have to consider the fact that they may be slightly biased, or maybe they researched the company, then established a short position after confirming that there were enough red flags for them to feel comfortable that something was awry. I'm not saying what's what. Could be this scenario, could be that scenario, could be a scenario I haven't even thought of. But for Hindenburg Research to respond to Trevor's resignation with these comments implying that this is just the beginning of the unraveling of the company, it's worth taking note. Perhaps, after releasing this research, just perhaps, they've become privy to even more information that strengthens their case that this company is an intricate fraud built on a web of lies, allegedly. Food for thought.
Jim and David mentioned Nikola, and we did get a statement out of GM today saying they're going to work to close that transaction. I see Citron, Phil LeBeau says, as soon as you talk about suing the shorts, you've played your hand.
Got to pause here. I mean, this was an enormous red flag. Short-selling research firm comes out with some allegations that Nikola claims are false. No problem. Spend half a day unequivocally refuting every single one of them and be done with it. Instead, they lawyer up. More food for thought.
Yeah, and you heard Jim read the statement from Hindenburg Research. The shorts look at this, and they look at shares of Nikola that pre-market, they were down, 22%? They were down trading at, there you go, down 28%, now trading under $25 a share. You're going back to the levels that we saw in May. And remember, it was right before the SPAC IPO, the reverse merger with Invecto Q came out, and then boom, they took off. And a lot of that was fueled, the oxygen, if you will, for Nikola. It came from Trevor Milton. It came from him saying, this is what we're doing with the Badger electric truck. We're going to have Nikola World. We're going to have hydrogen fuel cell semis. We are going to revolutionize transportation.
Wait. So, Phil, is what you're saying, what you're implying, perhaps that maybe this thumbnail of one of the videos that I previously published on this particular company we happen to be discussing today may in fact have been an accurate representation of Trevor's real, true, genuine role within the company? I'm just thinking out loud. I mean, no accusations, but I'm high. Don't listen to anything I say. Yeah, ignore me. All right, let's continue.
He truly was the face of this company. And even though he was not the CEO of this company, he spoke as if I'm running this company. Mark Russell is still the CEO of Nikola. But remember, after they had their quarterly results, and they came out and they said, this is what's happening. And during the conference call, Mark Russell answered a number of questions. Well, the street didn't react with, any great reaction there. They were like, well, what's the future for these guys? Who was on air? Who was on social media within 24, 48 hours? It was Trevor Milton. So he has been the oxygen that has kept this stock anywhere between $35 and $55 a share. And now he is gone out of this company.
And while Trevor is now officially out the door, I don't think this is the last we'll hear regarding allegations of Trevor Milton, Nikola, business dealings with other companies, agreements with manufacturers, and also attempted business dealings with some females allegedly. Wait, did I say that out loud? No, I don't think I did. You imagine that.
He is a consultant till the end of the year, but he's not the executive chairman anymore. He's not on the board of directors. And if he even wants to tweet, which has long been his platform, or Instagram, if he even wants to say anything about Nikola, it's got to be cleared by Nikola's legal counsel.
Yeah, that's not a good look. And you know what else is not a good look? This clip of Trevor Milton making a promise from 2016.
And this truck will come to market, I can promise you that. For every doubter out there that said that there's no way this is true. How can that be possible? We've done it.
So that truck that Trevor promised would come to market, yeah, it didn't. They cancelled it, scrapped it, moved on to a new vehicle. Let's see what else Trevor had to say after this statement of integrity.
It's my pleasure to actually let you guys enjoy the night, see the truck, know it's real, touch it, feel how sturdy it is. You're going to see that this is a real truck. This is not a pusher.
So just in case you've missed the latest information regarding Nikola, it has since come out that this truck that was not a pusher, that was a real truck, was in fact only capable of moving if you either pushed it or pulled it up a hill and then let it roll down. I'm not making this shit up, guys. Like, Nikola has literally admitted this is a fact. The guy promises this truck will come to market. They promise they've done the impossible. There's all these doubters. And then he also tells everyone that this truck is legitimate. It's a real truck. And then it turns out that it's actually not. So, yeah, there's a little bit of a snapshot of the character of this man. More food for thought.
Well, Phil, let me just ask you, there still is, GM is making things for them. That's not...
Yes, they will be.
I know that GM, you can say that they got tied in with someone bad, but GM's got to doing something. It's good for GM, right?
I think GM's perspective on this is, look, we got an 11% stake in this company that will be paying us to build their electric pickup truck, the Badger electric pickup truck, and that's going to be built at, they haven't announced this yet, but most likely at the Hamtramck plant in Detroit, which adds size and scale, which is what they want for their EV platform, for the Ultium battery platform. They want size and scale. They just don't want to have GM vehicles. They're going to be working with a number of automakers. And the hydrotech element of this, where they're going to be making hydrogen fuel cells that will be used by Nikola in the hydrogen fuel cell semis that they're developing in Europe. That's what GM will be supplying as well.
As I've previously mentioned, in direct financial terms, this was a no-risk deal to GM. But reputationally, oh man, that is a different story. Let's be honest. This is a major mistake on GM's part. Sure, they don't want to back out of the deal now. It still could pan out. Nikola could salvage themselves. Maybe they'll actually produce some of their vehicles in the future. It'll be great for GM. But it's really not a good look. Just imagine, guys, if somebody reached out to me asking, can you do an interview with me on a channel solving the money problem? It'll be great. I'm really financially successful. I teach lots of people. I do courses and seminars, all that kind of stuff. I sell products. Great. Yeah, cool. And I agree without doing any background research. And it turns out that this piece of shit is a scammer who just steals other people's content, repackages it, has no original bones in their body, and only makes money telling other people how to make money. You guys find this stuff out. You go, oh, I thought Steven was kind of smart. He's actually a fucking moron. No respect. Reputation ruined. This is where GM is at right now. They're in the same situation. Maybe I get some views by having this moron on my YouTube channel, right? Just like GM, maybe they get some products and actually make some revenue out of a Nikola deal in the future. But the reputation is still in tatters.
So I think GM looks at this, and by the way, they are committed to staying in this relationship with Nikola. They look at this as there's upside here. what downside is there? If Nikola were to fall apart completely, what's the downside to General Motors? Okay, you don't build the Badger pickup truck. It's embarrassing maybe that this was not a deal that went through. But otherwise, there's not a whole lot of downside here.
Yeah, not a whole lot of damage done here apart from irrevocably destroying the reputation of a 100-plus-year-old company. Mind you, they were already headed for bankruptcy by the end of this decade anyway, so maybe Phil's right. I mean, nothing ventured, nothing gained. What's the worst that can happen? They go bankrupt a bit sooner? Let me know in the comments below if you guys agree. Do you think that this deal with Nikola between GM is an absolute disaster that's going to do irreversible damage to GM's reputation? Or is it literally an absolutely no-lose situation where nothing can possibly go wrong, even if it turns out that every single one of the allegations leveled at Nikola by Hindenburg Research turns out to be absolutely correct? I'm curious, let me know what you think. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan, this is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. And don't forget your free stocks with WeBull and Stake using the links below. Deposit $100 in your WeBull account and you'll get a free stock valued up to $1,600, and Stake, spin the roulette wheel, you'll either get Nike, GoPro or Dropbox. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I read all your comments. P.S. If you're still watching, you're awesome. If you'd like early access, exclusive videos, regular Q&As, our private Discord server and more, consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/solvingthemoneyproblem so I can keep creating content for you guys. There's a link in the description. You can now also become a member of the channel for some exclusive perks. To learn more, click the join button next to subscribe. And don't forget to check out our merch store. Either way, the best form of support is you being here and watching, so thanks again.